Hi friends, good morning and welcome to today's prediction analysis. If you are new to the channel, please like this video, share with friends, and most importantly, join our Telegram channel. Yeah, I was really busy and couldn't do a video yesterday, but I'm back. And thankfully, the last video we left on this page won. So we did three matches that came true. So which is a nice thing. And let's see how we can win again today. Today we've taken time to analyze four matches that I'm convinced should deliver. Okay? So this is going to be an interesting time in the sense that you can expect competitive teams to put in the hard work and deliver. We have less than 4 weeks to the end of the season. So you should expect a high level of competitiveness from the teams involved. And without further ado, let's get straight into the games. The first game we have here is from the Italy Serie A. We have Parma Juventus. So the thing with this Parma team is they're not that bad and they're not good either. So two draws, one win, and two defeats. And they did beat Bologna, which was a very shocking victory. And to this day, that has been the only victory they've had in 5 matches, which is not the best. Juventus away from home. Juventus has had a very excellent record away from home. Why do I say so? When you look at domestic performances, they've only lost twice this season away from home. They lost to Napoli, and you would expect them to lose to Napoli. They lost to Fiorentina, and you would expect them to lose to Fiorentina. So you keep going. And interestingly, that has those two losses were the only times that they lost away from home. Okay, and I mean in the league. Now, when you check their head-to-head meetings, you realize that Juventus has always had the upper hand over Parma, and I mean Parma is a newly promoted team, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the reason Juventus needs this game. This is the reason Juventus cannot afford to jeopardize this fixture. Now, so it happens. I think the top five teams, yeah, the top five teams from Italy will make it to the Champions League. Yeah, this should be a Champions League slot because I think we have an Italian team in the semi-finals of the Champions League. So this will change to five. This will change to a Champions League slot shortly. And what that means is that Juventus will want to go to the Champions League and they want to do everything possible to consolidate its top five position. They will do everything humanly possible to consolidate its top five position. Otherwise, a team like AS Roma can easily disrupt them into the top five. So they don't want to joke. So this game is not negotiable for them. Parma is also battling relegation, but the truth of the matter is Juventus needs this game more. They have the quality to get the job done. They have players, bro. They have top players to get the job done. So what am I going with? Prediction is simple. I'm going with this Juventus team to simply what's my prediction? One second, guys. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so I'm going with a draw no bets for Juventus. I think Juventus should get the work done in 90 minutes. So yeah, a draw no bet for Juventus should um yeah should fly. 1.33. You can also do a double chance as well. Double chance too should click. The second game we have is from the England League Two. We have Gillingham and Wimbledon. So when you look at the home team, the thing about this home team is they don't score and they also don't concede a lot. Every single time they play, it's always 1-0, 1-1, 0-0. So it means the home team typically doesn't score a lot of goals. The away team, Wimbledon, as you can see, they also don't score a lot of goals, right? So the last 5 matches they've played has produced under 3.5 goals, and 3 goals in a row has not happened the last 5 times they've played. Then you check their head-to-head meetings, and 5 out of the 5 times they have met, this team hasn't. These two teams have not experienced both 3 goals in a row being scored. Right. So which means this is going to make for an extremely interesting matchup. So, what am I saying? Based on their standings, based on their head to head record, based on recent form, I'm convinced beyond reasonable doubt that no team to score 3 goals in a row, like there won't be any team that will score 3 goals in a row. So I'm saying that no team will score 3 or more goals in a row, and the odd is 1.12. The next match up we have is from the England Premier League. We have Tottenham um, and Nottingham Forest. So the thing is, Tottenham Forest just returned from a very difficult fixture, right? From a very difficult fixture, which was a game at home to Eintracht Frankfurt. So they exerted themselves over there. Yeah, call it 2 3 days ago. Then you have Nottingham Forest that has been resting. Nottingham Forest that is doing miracles, literally, because when you check their standings on the table, Nottingham Forest is in a position where these guys are just a couple of points away from potentially qualifying for the Champions League. It's crazy. Would be a first in their history or recent history. Even if they qualify for Europa League, it's still going to be very massive, considering the quality of players, considering the fact that just last season no one expected them. So this is going to be a very tight game because Tottenham also needs this game. Where are they? Oh, position 16. What a joke. So Tottenham needs this game in many ways. I don't think they'll just sit down and allow Nottingham Forest to cock them up. No. And Nottingham Forest needs the game too. So it's going to be a very tight fixture. I don't think either team will simply sit down and allow 3 goals in a row to happen. So the last times they met, Nottingham Forest was in very horrible shape, which was last season. That time Nottingham Forest was battling position 17, position 18. But I mean, just look at their away form. They haven't lost 3 unreplied goals to any team in the last 5 games they've played. Then you expand, and really, the last time they lost was to Bournemouth, 5 goals in a row, but that was unexpected. So 10 matches played, and it's only been once out of 10 games that they have lost 3 goals in a row. The last 10 away matches. So that's massive considering the type of team one would have expected Nottingham Forest to be this season. So I'm going with the fact that no team will score 3 goals in a row in this fixture. No team will score 3 goals in a row in this fixture, and the odd is 1.27. And finally, from the Spain La Liga, we have Girona Betis. So Girona too isn't scoring or conceding many goals at home. So in their last 5 matches, there haven't been 3 goals in a row. Betis away from home. It was actually in the Champions League that Betis scored 4 goals in a row. But when they've played domestically, they haven't had that success in their last 5 matches. And don't forget that Betis had played in the last couple of days in the Champions League. Was it Champions League? I think Europa League. Yeah, in the Europa League. So what that means is it's not going to be an easy fixture. None of the teams will just sit down and allow themselves to be beaten easily. And when you check their standings on the table, it also provides context because Betis is position 6, right? And they will want to do everything possible to qualify in the top 5 for Champions League. And Girona, I don't know why Girona is here. Girona shouldn't be here. Girona is literally battling relegation from playing in the Champions League last season. So they wouldn't want to lose at home. So expect a very tight fixture, very, very tight game. So what am I going with? I'm saying no team will score 3 or more goals in a row in this fixture. And their head to head, yeah, let's check their head to head. And we didn't check that. So when you look at their head to head, interestingly, the last 4 recent times they've played, no team has scored 4 goals in a row, right? Or sorry, 3 goals in a row. None has scored 3 goals in a row. The last 4 years, basically 4 5 years that they have met. So yeah, I'm saying no team will score three or more goals in a row, and the odd for this to happen is 1.8. And when you add everything up, you have a total of 2 plus odds for your benefits over 2.30 odds for your benefits. And as always, like this video, share with friends, join our Telegram channel. The link to the Telegram channel is in the comment section. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you have suggestions, advice, I will welcome them as long as they are constructive and relevant feedback. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you people so much, and let's see how we can win today. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.